Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fangirl, here to review Danganronpa 3, Despair Arc, Episode 5. So much happened in this episode. Well, let's see. We got to see Junko and Mukuro, causing, despair because they were literally riding in a limo and they were fighting. Like, Junko was took this ice pick or whatever, was trying to stab Mukuro, and then she got a bomb, and then Mukuro threw it out the window, and I guess a car exploded, and I'm like, what the freak, guys? Okay. So yeah, they're forming these 78th class, which is, the ones with Makoto, Kyoko, Junko. So that means that the 77th class with Chiaki, Gundam, Sonya, Nagito, well, not really Hajime, but all of them, they're now upperclassmen. They're all senpai to the other people. So that's going to be an interesting thing. And we got a little backstory on the high school, the ultimate animator dude, which apparently he was bullied and stuff, and then he found anime, and then he's like, I want to be an animator. Anime saved me. And I'm just like, okay then, dude, whatever. And then he met the ultimate imposter, and the ultimate imposter was like, look, I'll take your identity, and you can just stay in this room and animate your anime. And yeah, that happened, and I'm like, okay. Let's see, what else happened in this episode? Oh yeah, Chisa came back. There was a half-year time skip, and where she, was in the reserve course for a while, but then she came back finally, and everybody had this little celebration party that she was back, and I was like, yay, parties! And nobody got intoxicated, episode, what was it, episode 2? So yeah, and I forgot about this, but, Hiyoko, she, got older, she grew up, she hit a growth spurt, because if you remember in Danganronpa 2, she's, small and everything, but then there's a picture of her, older and taller and stuff, and now we know how that happens. She just hit a growth spurt, just suddenly, it just kind of happened, and it's like, well, alright then. And there was a funny moment with Sonya and Gundam where she was starting to talk like Gundam, and they were doing the whole, I don't know, the whole Gundam thing, where Gundam's talking about whatever. So yeah, that was pretty funny. Let's see, what else happened? Oh yeah, we got to see, not Nagito, Makoto. He arrived at Hope's Peak, and so I won't want to say the events of the first game are getting mixed into this anime, but it's the events that are happening to the Danganronpa 1 characters are kind of getting mixed into this a little bit. Kinda? I mean, they're not going to go into full detail because, this is still about the Danganronpa 2 characters, but the cameos that we get for the Danganronpa 1 characters are pretty interesting. Oh man, though, but Junko is ready to cause some despair, I can tell, because she was, at the end of the episode, she was literally drawing Monokuma and doing the oop-poo-poo thing. So I'm like, oh great, here we go. And something interesting about Mukuro, though, she's very, how do I say this? She's very, I don't know, when she's talking about Junko, she's blushing and stuff, and I'm like, why? Because, I don't know, I always pictured Mukuro to be very, unemotional and very distant, even to Junko, but she really likes Junko a lot, and I'm like, that's kind of weird, because the stuff we got from Mukuro in Danganronpa 1, she was just, imitating Junko, so we never got to know much about her. So that's interesting. But let's see, what else? Oh yeah, Nagito is still, gone. He's not really there. We don't know where he is. Apparently nobody can contact him, so don't know what's going on with him. I fear the worst. I mean, obviously he's not dead, but he's probably I don't know what's going on with Nagito. But let's see. And the most important thing probably in this episode was Hajime at the end of the episode, where he was laying on that bed and he was thinking about how, he wants to be around Nanami. He wants to be around Nanami because, they had their friendship going, but then he was like, oh, I don't have any talent, I can't be around her, so... But then the guy comes into the room, he's like, it's time, Hajime, and then they put him in the machine or whatever, and he, that's the machine that's gonna make him into Izuru Kamakura, and it's like, well, here we go, guys, this is where all this starts, and his eyes turned red, and his hair's just gonna get extremely long, and, now this begs the question, though. Is he gonna, go, I mean, now he's probably gonna be able to go see and meet the Danganronpa 2 characters, but how is this gonna, like, it's probably gonna affect him very much, because they said, that the guy said you might wake up with some confusion or something like that, and so he's probably not gonna remember a lot. Like, I'd be surprised. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't remember Chiaki for some reason, and he'd probably have to learn everything about her again. That'd be interesting, because she'd probably, like, they'd probably introduce him as a new student, and then maybe Chiaki would recognize him, maybe, but then again, he's gonna have red eyes and extremely long black hair, so probably not, because right now he has green eyes and short brown hair, so yeah, and then a hoge, his little hairpiece. But anyway, yeah, so if they bring Hajime over to the main course now, and he's gonna get to meet all the Danganronpa 2 characters, that's gonna be interesting. That will be quite an interesting thing, and hopefully by that time Nagito would be back, because seeing those two characters interact would be, yeah, because the only interaction we got with Nagito and Yuzuru was in Danganronpa 2, and it was very short. It was this little short scene where they were on the boat or whatever, but yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this episode. Let's see. I mean, there was a scene with Mikon and the Ultimate Imposter, but I mean, I honestly thought Mikon was going to meet Junko and she was just going to start falling into despair or something. But since they're upperclassmen of the 78th class, they probably will end up meeting them and end up meeting Junko. You know what? That's how it's going to happen. That's exactly how it's going to happen, because Junko is probably going to meet them and then see she can take advantage of them and make them fall into despair. And that's going to be bad. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen anyway, because they become the remnants of despair. So yeah, great. I'm so ready to see this happen, guys. I'm not. I'm really not. I don't want to see these beloved characters fall into despair. But what do you guys think of this episode? What do you think's gonna happen next, and what do you think's gonna happen? Because usually, you know how the future arc and the despair arc intertwine. I have this feeling, now that they've given Ryota, the Ultimate Animator, some backstory, I feel like he's gonna die in the future arc in the next episode. I get this feeling. I don't know. Because that's exactly what happened with Seiko. She got backstory, then she died, so, it's probably gonna be a trend now. If a future arc character gets development in the despair arc, that means they're gonna die in the next episode of the future arc, I'd assume. But I don't know. What does Kodaka have planned? What does Kodaka have planned for us? I don't know. But what did you guys think of the episode? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review tomorrow. I think it's JoJo and Berserk. I think that's it. So I'll see you guys in those reviews tomorrow. Bye!